It is Thursday, April 9th. I am out enjoying a walk in the warm thickness of an April day in Houston. So today I talked to one of the nurses at my oncologist's office. One, she called me to let me know that my cancer marker numbers came back from last week's blood test. Let's back up a little bit. At the height of all this, it was like last June, my cancer marker numbers had skyrocketed up to like 327, which is not good. Started chemo. By the time I got done with the chemo in December, they went down to 3. Hang on. That's a pretty cool car. They went down to 3, and that was a really good number. Stopped chemo though, at the end of November, haven't had any. So when she called me, when we went back in February, the blood test showed that the marker had gone up to 26, which they kind of figured it would end up doing, especially because I had not had any chemo since the end of November. And so even though my numbers were down, not having the chemo so we could do the surgery, the cancer in the colon was still there and active. It wasn't completely killed. Stuff in the liver was still active. So that had made sense to him. So then having the surgery, that also, and I'm not going to go into the whole explanation because I can't, but when you have surgery, your body is trying to healing, so it's pushing blood everywhere. And so a lot of times that can reinvigorate the cancer. I'm not quite sure how that works, but anyway. So in February it was 26. Well, as of last week, it went up to 267. Not good news, but it's expected news. So yes, it would have been lovely if they would have called me back and said it was still hanging at, 26. They are not overly concerned about it. It sucks that it's gone up that high, but it's basically expected at this point since I've had no chemo since the end of November. So we started chemo last week, good to go there. Plan is to do the 6 rounds, which will take 3 months, and then do a CT scan the first part of July. Send that over to the liver surgeon, and hopefully he looks at it and says, yep, it's time to take out part of that liver. Hope this wind isn't too much. So that's kind of where we're at. I also talked to her about the nauseous feelings that I've had. And when I got up this morning and I took one of the pills, I got through the whole entire morning. I've been fine all day. I've eaten. I haven't felt bad. So that was good news. But hang on, I gotta cross the street because people are coming and I want to stay my 6 feet away. I told her kind of what was going on with it, and the fact that I was basically nauseous for a week and I was having to take the pills. And she said that actually it's not unexpected either. Given we just started it back up again, it's nothing to worry about. She said, take the pills. You need to take the pills. Take one in the morning, and then if I don't need one for the rest of the day, that's great. And if I can get through the night and just taking one in the morning is good. So I'm going to continue doing that, I think. The only thing is long-term use on those can cause constipation. And I know it's a gross thing to talk about, but I've shared so many other things. So I have to be really careful to make sure that I'm getting enough fiber and enough liquids in while I'm taking those, if I'm taking them in any kind of a consistent manner. So just another thing. So that's it on the update. And a huge shout out to my mother, who texted me right as I was walking out the door to go on my walk. And she texted me with a joke, which I was so happy because I hadn't thought about it, and I would have been in the same situation today as I was yesterday. So, 2 cannibals are eating a clown. One looks at the other and says, "Does this taste funny to you?" Ha ha ha. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it. Joke for the day. Update over. Keep your hands washed. Stay away from people. And stay healthy.